Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the WD Broadcasting Network. Tonight we are back with the Leave the Pack Short Track Gauntlet Series at the Hickory Motor Speedway, ready for round number 5 in the Tour Type Modifieds. Practice has just concluded, so we are ready to roll in qualifying before our 75-lap feature here tonight. It is time to qualify, but before we kick things off, I want to take a quick moment to shout out. I normally don't do this on the broadcast, but I'm going to turn the camera on for just 1 second to point out we've got the WD Broadcasting Network hats officially available for you guys. I've got myself one. You can get yours today. WDBroadcastingNetworkShop.com. We've got shirts, hats, hoodies, etc. There's Leave the Pack merch on there as well, so grab yours today. Link is in the description below. But it is time to get serious here as we begin our qualifying procedures for race number 5 of the Leave the Pack Short Track Gauntlet Series. First car out on the racetrack, making his return to the Leave the Pack iRacing League. Haven't seen him in quite a while. Driver out of Wisconsin, this is James Pileski. Pileski down into turns 1 and 2. Looked a little bit tight there through the first couple corners. He's going to try it again on lap number 2. These guys are given 2 laps, so we'll see what Pileski can do. We'll get the times up on the left side. You can see a couple drivers have already taken time. Caleb Thompson currently the quickest of those so far. Through turns 3 and 4, and Pileski gonna shut it down. Did not like his lap time there. I think he's going to try and start it from the rear, so we'll see how that one works out. Chloe Mazzagatti in the 87 machine. A standout in the real-life world. She drives an Outlaw late model at just 14 years of age. Currently 4th quick as she gets the checkered flag, a 13:58, good enough for 4th quick. Easton Swain in the 33 jumps up to the top of the board. As Connor Osborne attempts his qualifying runs. Went for a spin there on lap number 1. He's lucky I didn't catch it because we all would have watched it back in Discord afterwards. Braxton Nuis to the top of the board in the 13. We'll see what Osborne can do in that fresh number 12 machine. Oh, a little bit hot down into 1. And he's going to be starting this one from the back of the pack. And a little bit sideways out of 2, so no time for the 12 machine. Tough break for Connor Osborne. He has not raced at Hickory on his own account yet. So this is his first race at Hickory. Going to be starting it from the rear. Brandon Atkinson in the 15 jumps up to the 5th spot. Zach Murphy, your Leave the Pack modified champion, 2nd quick. A 13:46 just about beats Braxton Nuis. We'll see just how close the gap is in one moment. But Murphy on lap number 2 goes to the 2nd spot. Now the man that won the first week of the season in the mini stock series. Dylan Connor completes lap number 2. He'll jump up to 4th spot. But Connor, your most recent Street Stock Showdown champion here in the Leave the Pack iRacing League. There are still a few drivers left to go. One of those, another making their return to the Leave the Pack iRacing League. This is the number 80 machine, driver out of South Carolina. This is Chris Smith. Chris asked me today, hey, is it all right if I run the modified race? Of course, we would love to have you back. And oh, goes for a slide through turns 3 and 4. He will shut it down in qualifying. I think that's going to wrap it up for Chris. Now the final driver, I believe, to take time, jumps up to 3rd spot on lap number 1. He won the last time we raced the modifieds in the Leave the Pack iRacing League. This is Adam Fulford. Fulford on his second lap, going to slow it down just a bit, but first lap time going to put him P3 on the starting grid. And like I mentioned, last time we ran these Tour Modifieds back in Season 2 at Lanier, he picked up the victory. So we'll see if he can make his return to the Leave the Pack iRacing League victory lane. As qualifying wraps up, show you guys the schedule that we've had thus far. We're on the Tour Modifieds. They've got 75 laps here tonight. Just 3 more races after tonight. The Street Stocks, the ARCA Series, as well as our Super Late Models to wrap things up. 150 laps, which is a good send-off considering we are going to have the Leave the Pack Super Series come back for their second season, December 2nd. That's going to be the first race. So it will be an exciting finale here in the Gauntlet Series to send us off for some action in the Supers. So it's now time to get things underway. We'll look at our starting grid. Starting with our fast qualifier, Braxton Deweese in the number 13. Murphy in the 29. Your Leave the Pack modified champion. Going to roll off from the second spot. Adam Fulford in the 71, going to roll off from the third spot. Easton Swain in the 33 will roll off fourth. Inside of row number 3, going to be Dylan Connor in the 91. Then Caleb Thompson in the 04, going to start from the 6th spot. Caleb Dyer in the 17, going to roll off from the 7th spot. He'll have Brandon Atkinson in the number 15, starting to his outside. Brandon Elvis in the 54, going to start 9th, with Chloe Mazzagatti making her Leave the Pack iRacing League debut in the 10th spot. Logan Drumheller in the number 5, going to start 11th, with the number 11 machine of Jaden Russell to his outside, starting 12th. Back behind them, going to round out our field. It's going to be James Pileski in the 13th spot. And then Bryce Bozell in the number 8 machine. Forgot to change the name there. Sorry, Bryce. Chris Smith in the 80. Connor Osborne in the 12 machine. And that is going to wrap up our field. Gavin Gardner not going to make the call. As they go down the back straightaway, the lights are off on the iRacing.com pace car. We are set and ready to roll for 75 laps of action. The pace car is off. And through the start zone they go. The green flag is up, and we are underway here at Hickory. Down into turns 1 and 2 for the first time. Everybody a little bit sideways down through the first couple of corners. And oh, Zach Murphy up the racetrack. They're 3 wide. Everybody trying to settle in. Deweese going to have a big gap out front. But back behind, they are driving all over this racetrack as we come back around a complete lap number 2. Still clean and green. The top 5 is Braxton Deweese, Dylan Connor, Caleb Dyer, Adam Fulford, and Brandon Atkinson. Easton Swain is back behind him, and then Caleb Thompson battling with Chloe Mazzagatti. That 87 machine kind of stuck up on the outside lane at this moment. Has not been able to find a lane down just yet. Brandon Elvis sitting there in the 9th spot in the 54. But out front, Braxton Deweese continues to hold the advantage. He's got about a half a second lead over Dylan Connor at this current moment. Here comes Zach Murphy to the inside or thought about going to the inside of Brandon Elvis there. Murphy lost 8 spots on that lap 1 ordeal. And oh, there's contact out front. The caution flag is going to fly. Adam Fulford, or sorry, that was Brandon Atkinson spun out on the front stretch. Not sure what happened there. The caution flag is going to be out. We'll watch the 15 here and see if it was in front of him or behind him. Ooh, and it looked like the 71 of Fulford got into the 17 of Caleb Dyer. Not really much Atkinson could do. We'll look at that one more time. Try to go on board with Brandon Atkinson. See if this tells the story here. You see Adam Fulford's move to the inside. And yeah, the 71 definitely just came off the bottom the slightest bit. Atkinson spins to the bottom to avoid. Look at it one more time from up above in the drone. That's going to put us under caution for the first time here tonight. Happened on lap number 9. So almost made it 10 laps there. But we're going to re-rack them and re-stack them. With 12 laps in, I think we're going to be getting the 1 to go signal this time by. We're going to be ready to send them green. They double up and the lights drop on the iRacing.com pace car. It'll be Braxton Deweese and Dylan Connor leading us back to the green. Easton Swain, Caleb Dyer, row 2. Caleb Thompson, Chloe Mazzagatti, row number 3. Field works their way down into turns 3 and 4. Pace car is off. Through the restart zone they go, and we're back underway. Good launch there from Deweese. He's going to be clear out front. Dylan Connor going to be down into the second spot. They battle back behind, but your front 2 break away. Easton Swain going to be clear for the 3rd spot. Up the racetrack, and there's contact down into 1. A couple cars around Brandon Elvis in the 54. I'm not sure what caused that. A couple cars started sliding together off of 4. I think that's what really caused it. Let's take a look. Yeah, you can see Caleb Thompson right there. Let's go back just a little bit here. Thompson in the 04 kind of came up the racetrack a little bit there, and that kind of stacked them all up, I believe. Around went Elvis off of that contact as well. Let's look at it from the drone. See the 04 comes up the racetrack, kind of tags the 17, and then everybody's out of shape. Try and get one more view of that. Here it is up off the corner. And then down into the corner, you can see Caleb and Chloe kind of got squeezed right there. And around went Elvis in the 54. Alrighty, in the field. Getting ready to go back racing here. Had to get some had to clear all the admin things up there, but we are ready to go back racing. 20 laps in, 55 to go. Through the restart zone they roll. Green flag is back out, and we're back underway. Good start for Deweese. He blinked out just a little bit, but I think he's all good now. And we're back going. Down into turns 3 and 4. We'll try to get the wide angle here so we can get everybody on the screen. Swain looking to the inside lane. He'll shoot underneath Dylan Connor. They're 3 wide back behind. Logan Drumheller up into the wall. Pileski down to the grass. And the caution flag flies once again. Third caution flag. I believe it was right here. Elvis kind of came up into the 15. Let's look at that one more time. Maybe go back about a lap. Yeah, and you can see the 5 of Drumheller tried to back out of that. There was not really much he could do. Go on board with Adam Fulford to see what he saw. Yeah, you can see James Pileski just shot to the left right there. Not a whole lot he can do. Chloe Mazzagatti down pit road in the 87 machine. Tough break for her. Could be out in this one early, as well as Bryce Bozell. He called it a night early on. Tough break for the number 8. The other number 8, Braxton Deweese, currently out front, holding the race lead. And we will come back this time a third of the way into this one. Just under 50 laps to go. Green flag going to come back out. Pace car back to the bottom side. Through the restart zone they go, and we're back underway. A good launch for the 8 of Deweese. Easton Swain and Dylan Connor going to fight for the second spot back behind. It looks like Swain will take the spot for now. Chris Smith on the outside lane. They're looking 3 wide out back. And man, are things intense here on these restarts. Zach Murphy, your Leave the Pack modified champion, up on the outside lane right now. Trying to pinch Dylan Connor back to the bottom. In the outside lane, we've seen it a lot this season. Does work very well here at Hickory. And a great run from the 29 of Murphy. He's going to take the spot on the high side. And how about Brandon Elvis through the middle right there? Jaden Russell on the bottom, Connor Osborne up top. Brandon Elvis shot the gap, moving back up to the 7th spot. You can see everybody battling back here. This is just outside of the top 10. Pileski trying to take that final spot in the top 10. Osborne up top, Pileski down low. That's Caleb Thompson back behind him trying to find his way back up. He makes a move down to the bottom there. We'll go back forward as Zach Murphy puts the move on Easton Swain. He looks to the bottom. That is for the second spot. Move Murphy up to P2. Zach Murphy going to move by Easton Swain. Adam Fulford trying to find his way back to the front. He's underneath Jaden Russell in the 11. The 93 of Pileski right there as well. Chris Smith in the 80. And oh, Caleb Thompson in the 0-4 machine goes around. Number 12 of Connor Osborne also going for a spin. That's going to put us back under the caution flag. Not sure what happened there, but I saw the 0-4 machine. Let's watch from the drone. You see the 12 machine. I think he just got up into the back bumper. And yeah, all over the 0-4. So tough break for Caleb Thompson. He was trying to fight his way back up because he was running up front earlier on. Got in that trouble, got sent to the rear. But keep your eyes on that number 29 machine. Currently, Braxton Deweese leads in the 8 machine, but Zach Murphy in the 29, your defending Leave the Pack modified champion, has been on a charge back to the front. He started in the 2nd spot, got involved in some kind of scuffle on lap number 1 down the back straightaway, and into turn number 3, got shuffled all the way back to the 10th spot, and he now finds himself back in P2. We'll keep an eye on that 29 in these final 35 laps. Field comes back around. They'll get the 1 to go signal. They double up behind the iRacing.com pace truck. And we'll send them back with 34 laps to go. It'll be Deweese, Murphy, Swain, Connor, Dyer, Atkinson, your top 6. As they bring them down through turns 3 and 4. Into the restart zone, and we're back underway. Good start from Deweese. Oh, Easton Swain looked to the inside of Murphy. Murphy thought he might have been clear. That kind of scooted Murphy up the track a little bit, and that's going to move Easton Swain back up into the 2nd spot. Dylan Connor and Caleb Dyer fighting for the 4th spot back behind him. Connor going to take it on the outside lane. Now Brandon Atkinson going to try to follow suit as well in the 15. He's in the wall. Everybody beating Nerf bars throughout the field, and oh, trouble back behind. Chris Smith turned the wrong way. In turn number 3, Chloe Mazzagatti came in a little bit late. But Chris Smith around in turn number 3. Let's take a look at what happened. We saw them both going down the racetrack down the back, but I couldn't quite tell what happened. And I think it was just a matter of Russell and Pileski. They had contact there. There was nothing that Smith or Thompson could really do. You're in the gas right there, full throttle, and when somebody checks up, you're never expecting them to slam on the brakes in the middle of the straightaway. We'll watch on board with the 0-4. Yeah, you can see he tried to miss to the bottom side, but there's just not enough time to swerve down to the bottom and also slow down and not hit them. So under caution for the 5th time. Deweese continues to show the way. Swain in the 2nd spot. Murphy 3rd. Dylan Connor 4th. Atkinson 5th. And we're ready to send them back green. There's a quick caution flag there. Just shy of 20 laps to go. Or sorry, 25 laps to go. But Deweese going to bring them back to the green once again. next to Easton Swain this time. Through the restart zone. Back at you one more time. Down into 1 and 2. Good run from DeWeese down the back straightaway, but Easton Swain still there on the outside lane, trying to make the outside work. Looks like DeWeese is going to be clear out front. Zach Murphy in the 29 machine, sitting in the 3rd spot. He wants to get it back around the 33 of Easton Swain, but is there going to be enough time? 25 laps to go. Swain starting to open up the bottom lane, and he looks a little bit loose on the top side. Murphy in the 29, fighting his way up into the 2nd spot, trying to take it back. Murphy and Swain battling for that 2nd spot. Dylan Connor waiting right there, trying to figure out which one's going to go. It looks like Murphy going to get the advantage down into 3. 22 laps to go. Zach Murphy back up to the 2nd spot. He's going to set his sights on Braxton DeWeese. Can he track down the number 8 machine? And Easton Swain goes for a spin, and everybody off of turns 3 and 4 sliding in. There was not much a couple of those guys could do after the initial contact was had. I believe Easton Swain may have gotten tagged by Caleb Dyer originally, and that just shuffled everybody. They were all so close, and there was not much any of them could do. Go on board with Brandon Elvis. He was like the 3rd car back right here. And the one that initially got spun around after Swain. And yeah, you can just see how fast all of that happened. Nowhere to go if you're one of the guys tucked up in line right there. And it's frustrating because you just feel like a bystander that got all collected for no reason. You know, it sucks. Yeah, you can see Swain make contact here. Let's look at that one more time. Try and go slow motion. Or maybe not slow motion. Yeah, right here. You can see the 33 machine. Looked like he may have tried to come down, but they kind of just met in the middle, and then they all check up. And tough break for all those cars involved. You can see them all sliding in. Chloe Mazzagatti, Logan Drumheller, Brandon Elvis. But gonna bring them back one more time. It'll be 16 laps to go when we come back to green. DeWeese and Murphy through the restart zone once again. And we're back underway. Good start for Murphy that time on the outside lane. He's going to try to keep that car wound up on the top side. Through turns 3 and 4, DeWeese going to be able to clear out front for the lead. Now Dylan Connor and Easton Swain battle for the 3rd spot. Swain back to 4th. Adam Fulford on the outside lane, trying to find his way back to the front, currently in the 5th spot. Able to hold off Brandon Atkinson on the bottom. That outside lane starting to come into play here as we get into the later stages. Caleb Dyer in the 17. Starting to lose some of the handling on that race car. You can see him fighting that car on entry. It's wanting to slide around. Connor Osborne and Brandon Elvis battle for the 8th spot. Osborne down low. Gonna lose this spot there, and oh, he might lose the race car. And I believe that is going to bring out the caution flag. Let's see what happened here. It may have been back behind. I'm not sure. Yeah, I think the cause of the caution flag, though, was Connor Osborne spinning. I think it was a little bit premature on iRacing's part. You could see he was definitely struggling with the handling of that race car. A lot of these guys, as we get into these later stages of the race, starting to feel the temperature in the tires. We're going to have a short shootout inside of 10 laps to go. And Deweese trying to pick up the victory here tonight. I believe it would be his first ever Leave the Pack iRacing League victory. Yeah, this would be Braxton's first win with the Leave the Pack iRacing League. Let's see if he can do it. He's going to have one more restart at least. We'll see if they can get it done. Coming back to 6 laps to go. One more time through the zone. We're back underway. Good start for Deweese in the 8 machine. Dylan Connor and Zach Murphy are now going to be fighting for that second spot. Here comes Adam Fulford in the 71 as well. He wants a piece of the action here with 5 laps to go. 5 to go for Braxton Deweese. He's got Dylan Connor in his rear view mirror, trying to hunt him down. They're driving all over this racetrack, trying to find the grip that they need. This track is very slidey here, coming back to 3 to go. Three laps to go down the back straightaway. Through turns 3 and 4, the popsicle stick's going to be up in the air this time. 2 laps to go for Braxton Deweese. Deweese down the back straightaway. Has a car length advantage over Dylan Connor, and he will see the white flag this time. Final time around for Braxton Deweese in the 8 machine. There's a crash back behind, but for the top spot through turns 3 and 4, Dylan Connor's not going to be able to get there. Braxton Deweese wins in the Tour Mods. Braxton Deweese picks up the victory in the Tour Mods, his first in the Leave the Pack iRacing League. Dylan Connor comes home second. Zach Murphy third in the 29 machine. Good run for him after that lap 1 chaos. But let's take a look at what happened on the white flag, because there was trouble back behind. Not sure where exactly it was. Oh, Brandon Elvis in the 54 machine. Hard into the tire barrier. Oh my goodness. Let's look at that one more time. See if the drone can keep up with an impact of the sort. Not sure how it happened. I think he might have gotten a little bit loose, and that was it. What a vicious lick. Down into 1 and 2. But that will do it for us here tonight. We're going to grab a word from our top 3 finishers. Starting with our 3rd place finisher here tonight. All right, let's see if we can grab a word from Zach Murphy. Get him up in voice chat. Zach Murphy up in the broadcast booth here tonight. Third place finish after an eventful one at Hickory. How do you feel?
Yeah, I feel pretty good to bring it home third. It was definitely an eventful night and had to start up front, lost some track position, and made our way back up. So happy to finish on the podium for sure.
Yeah, it was an eventful lap one. Walk me through those first couple corners because I did not see. I was still switching through, like the scenic first couple corner photos, or not photos to say, but angles. And all of a sudden I looked and it looked like Talladega had pursued
Yeah,
in turns 3 and 4. I was like, what's going on? And all of a sudden the 29 machine went from second to 10th. So what happened?
yeah. I mean, I got a pretty decent start on the outside there, Braxton, and then I think Adam got loose under me. I actually haven't a chance to go back and watch it, but I think he got loose under me and just tagged me enough where sent me like next thing I was looking at the wall, and then I was able to save it luckily. But yeah, lost definitely some track position there, and then had to fight my way back up through, and then had another moment like that with Easton towards the end on one of them restarts as well, where almost thought my night was over. But luckily, we were able to keep it in one piece and bring it home. Yeah, home on the podium.
Bringing it home in one piece is definitely a lot more than what a lot of competitors can say tonight. I think we can all agree. But a good third place run for the 29 machine here tonight. Who do you have to thank, Zach, for another podium?
Yeah, these cars are a lot of fun for sure. This track's treacherous, but I just got to thank Justin over at Coleman Designs for the paint schemes. Got to thank you, Winston, for the great league and the broadcasts, and then I got to thank all the guys in Race Room 3, Easton and Caleb. Just a great group of guys to race with, and yeah, that's pretty much it for me.
Alrighty, well, congratulations to you, Zach. Next week we have Street Stocks. How are you feeling about getting back into some full fendered cars and maybe having a little beating banging?
I think you're right on there with the beating and banging. I'm sure we'll have plenty of that. But those things are always fun. I think you got to get distance on the race, so things will get slick, and should be interesting. Those guys are a lot of fun. I usually do pretty well, so hopefully we'll come out of there with another top five and just keep the momentum going.
Alrighty, well, congratulations to you one more time, and we will see you next week.
All right, thanks, bud. Take care.
Yes, sir. All right, that was our third place finisher, Zach Murphy. Now to talk to our second place finisher here tonight. Up into the broadcast booth. We'll get him here. Dylan Connor up into the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Alrighty, well, up into the broadcast booth. Second place finish here tonight. It was an eventful one at Hickory, to say the least. You kept the 91 up towards the front, kind of shuffled between that second and third spot. Fought with a couple different guys, but ended up in the second spot here tonight. How do you feel?
I feel pretty good. I kind of wish I would have went a little bit earlier. I knew from it was going to be major track position. It's so hard to pass here with these open wheels at Hickory. It's such tight quarter racing, and I goofed up qualifying, so I knew where I was starting at. I was going to have to ride for a while, and like I said, I feel like I just went a little too late. It was coming on strong at the end. I didn't quite have enough time to do it the way I want to do it. I didn't want to rough him up there at the end, so good run by him.
Yeah, excuse me. Definitely a good run by Deweese there at the front. He executed the restarts the best of his ability and did what he needed to do. But still a good run for the 91 machine here tonight in the second spot. Going to be good for points. It's actually been a very close points battle between all of you guys up at the front, because we've had all of these different cars, and it's not been one person every week. You're currently sitting fourth, but you've missed a week. You're only 29 back. It's going to be pretty close going into these final couple races, so it's going to be exciting to watch to see if you can maybe go back-to-back and leave the pack championships. But who do you have to thank tonight, Dylan, for a second-place run?
I just gotta thank the usual my dad for all the help and with spotting and everything like that. My main sponsors, Per Year Race Parts, Chris and Alan Per Year with Caldwell Banker Elite, all my family, friends, and fiance for all the support watching and yeah, I'm looking forward to the rest of the season.
Yeah, the next race that we have is the Street Stocks. You were the defending champion in the Street Stock Showdown. Do you think you can put it in Street Stock Victory Lane?
That's the goal. This place is always this wise, kind of like this Gauntlet series here at Hickory. This place is always tricky, no matter how comfortable you are in a car. So, um, you can, I mean, like I said, you can feel like what is your best car and go out there at a place like Hickory and just throw you for a loop. So it'll be interesting. It'll be fun, and just got to be on my toes every week. It's great field in here.
Yeah, it's definitely a good field of guys at the front. We've had some great races and we've had some beating and banging, but it always ends up being a lot of fun. But congratulations to you, Dylan, on your second place run here tonight. We'll see you next week.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yep. All right, now we'll talk to our winner here tonight. His first win in the Leave the Pack iRacing League. Up into the broadcast booth, first time winner here in Leave the Pack, Braxton Nuis. You got a copy.
I hear you.
Alrighty, well, this is crazy. The first time I'm getting to talk to you in Victory Lane in Leave the Pack. I talked to you at Winchester a couple of weeks ago. Knew we were going to be doing a lot of iRacing in the off season. I'm glad I'm getting to talk to you in Victory Lane. How do you feel after the modifieds here tonight?
Feels pretty good, especially after qualifying on the pole and leading all the laps. That was definitely important. I know, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Brandon Elvis qualified on the pole and led all the laps and won the SK mod race. If I'm not mistaken, I feel like either way, track position was going to be very key. I feel like, especially here at the front, and I just had to make sure I was able to hit all my marks and just do my thing out front, use that clean air to my advantage to what I could, and be able to talk to you. It's great.
Yeah, you definitely got to hit your marks. It was a very tight field at the front, and qualifying especially, there was a lot of cars right on that same exact mark. So qualifying was the first step here tonight. You executed, and man, a lot of restarts. They put you to the test on your restart game. Never missed a beat. They were close a couple times. Gave you some runs for your money, but ended up picking up the victory here tonight. Who do you have to thank, Braxton, for your win in the Leave the Pack Gauntlet Series?
Yeah, most definitely. I want to thank Stake Time. It's actually the first time I've won with them on the car, as like a big old logo there on the quarter panel. I didn't really know where to fit them in, so I just said, you know what, we're just going to enlarge this sucker and slap it right there. So hopefully it looks good in Victory Lane and just on the track in general. But shout out to Interstate Ford as well as Happy Hippie Karaoke, 3 Dips Ice Cream Shop, Allen's Arts Images, Deweese Renovations, Elevated TV, Paid Leave, Wood Nickel Band, Short Track Report, Scrub and Tires Media, Evan Pineda Designs, Our Pizza over there in Winchester, Indiana, for helping sponsor the Midwest Under Roadster Series. It was a pretty good race there at Winchester for the lead. We need to get more cars up there for the lead racing like that. So it's definitely going to be our goal, and hopefully we can do that next year and also get some more cars. But awesome to be able to talk to you for my first win and in this fashion, how I did it. So definitely going to celebrate this one, and if we want to have a shot for any solid, finish in the points, we're going to need to have these finishes and keep it up for the rest of the year. And hopefully some of the guys in front of us, have some of the finishes that we had earlier in the season. We've had some rough go here, rough go, like multiple, tough luck, honestly. Just I had my shifter malfunction, and I know it sounds goofy me to say it, but it's actually been messing up. I actually had it mess up last night at a road course and lost over 11 seconds when I was in second, so that was pretty frustrating. I'm actually looking for a shifter on the market, but hopefully we can just keep it up like we did and have races like tonight. Yeah. I appreciate it, Winston. Hopefully we can go back to back with the street stock. Yes, sir. Take care.
Oh, just realized I had a lot of time on the mic where I was muted just then. So we're going to close it off and try it again. I'll turn on the camera for you guys so we can get the hat one more time. Thank you guys for watching here on the WD Broadcasting Network. It's a pleasure bringing you guys Leave the Pack iRacing League content. If you guys enjoyed, hit the subscribe button. And we will see you guys on Thursday night for the Trackmaster Sim Series, race number 5 of their season at the South Boston Speedway. Check out the hats on the merchandise website, WDBroadcastingNetworkShop.com. Link is in the description. We've got Leave the Pack merch, WD Broadcasting Network merch, Osborne Photography merch. There's some stuff on there. Pick your poison, grab a shirt, grab a hoodie. But thank you guys for watching one more time. I'm your host, Winston Deal from the WD Broadcasting Network, signing it off. Peace out.